Sometimes I can't breathe. And maybe there's something wrong with me. Or maybe there's something wrong with you. Because when I'm in your presence, I can't seem to function. I feel like I'm drowning and I can't seem to think. I feel as if the ocean is sitting in my lungs and I can't find the willpower to overcome the terror. The terror it is to think that your angry threats will come true, even though you've told me time and time again that you are only upset and that you love me, that you love me more than the seas are deep and more than the universe is vast. But thinking of you, all I can seem to taste is salt, and I'm sorry that I can't bring myself to whisper the words I love you, and I'm sorry I couldn't be the little girl you wanted me to be, with the hardworking boyfriend, long hair, and smiling in a dress. I'm sorry that by being myself I'm such a hindrance to you. I'm sorry that by expressing myself as who I am it hurts you. Because I never wanted to hurt you. I just needed to find ways so that I could actually stand to look at myself every day in the mirror and say that I love myself. So instead of seeing a decaying corpse, I see the meadow of flowers I am, full of life, hope, and a future. And I wish you could come to accept that no, I'm not a woman, I'm just myself, but I doubt you will ever come to a point where you will acknowledge me for who I am. And no, I will never be the little girl you wanted me to be. And I'm sorry that I'll never love a man the way you do. But I'm your child, and I do love you, and maybe one day you'll forget the girl you wanted me to grow up to be. Maybe instead of just sticking to what you want me to be, and you'll see me as who I am, and you'll be happy with me as I am. Because when I think of myself the way I am, all I can seem to see are the stars, and all I can think of are the endless opportunities that have been given to me, because I love who I am, and I can finally be who I am. Like I'm flying. It's like I'm flying. Like I'm high as air. And I can do anything I need to be happy. But I'm done apologizing. And I'm done hiding who I am to make you happy. You sent me a picture saying this is how I looked when I was truly happy. But what you don't understand is that you only think that is because I looked the way you wanted me to. What you don't seem to realize is that picture was taken I hated myself the most and when the suicidal thoughts were never far. What you don't seem to realize is that picture I was so far gone that I had gotten so good at faking a smile you seemed to believe it was my happiest. But I'm not going to completely blame that on you. But trying to be who you wanted me to be made me feel as if I was sitting at the bottom of the Dead Sea, that it was as dead as me. You say that the internet has corrupted me, like a demon whispering in my ears. But the internet taught me to love myself, to see myself as someone great, someone who matters. So if that's what a demon teaches people, I wish I was one. And when you forced me to tell you I was asexual, I felt like nothing could tear me down. I felt as if I could do anything in that moment, even though my heart felt like it was going to beat out of my chest. I thought you'd be okay with it, and then I came crashing down as if I had a sugar rush. But it wasn't sugar. It was my happiness, and I felt empty. But you quickly filled me back to the brim with sorrow, and you made me feel broken again. You told me I had something wrong with me, that my brain was messed up, that I couldn't be this way unless I was mentally ill. You said I should see a doctor, and I don't know why I thought a bigot like you could ever understand how I feel. You would never try to understand something that has been alienated to you by society itself. And for a brief moment, I thought you were going to try to fix me. But how can you fix something that isn't broken? You thought about changing me, changing something that I've come to accept and love about myself. You told me I needed help, but I already had help, because I would never need help for something I had come to see as part of me, as much a part of me as my lungs and the blood in my veins. When I was born, you said you wanted me to be a boy. So the fact that I make myself have qualities you find should only belong to a boy, it shouldn't upset you. But because I wasn't born that way, you seem to find it as something hideous. You find it hard to look at me as if my face alone could turn you to stone. No, I'll never be who you wanted me to be, but actually being able to smile at the sight of myself is better than what you could ever think of me. And it's true that I'll put loving myself above reaching your approval, but I do love you, and I wish you could find it in yourself not to say any more hurtful things to me, because when you do, I feel as if I'm attending my funeral, as if I'm standing watching my burial and the feeling has returned, and I feel like I can't breathe again. And by this point I know it's not me, and I doubt the ocean is actually sitting in my lungs. I wish things could go back when I was little. When you said anything problematic, it just flew over my head as if it never even happened. And the sad thing is, I can't seem to remember any happy memories we have together. All I can think of are memories of despair, so I can't return to the memories of a happier place, because for all it is to me, there never was a better place.